Hello and welcome to today's tutorial. In today's tutorial we're going to cover tables, and then later on we will cover media. So let's just start afresh here. So tables is a way you can organize your information. Maybe let's say you have information that you really want to organize in your particular, like there is one I created in here, so we're just going to delete that first. You already shown you how you can create the new file. Just come here, you add a new file, then you write the name, and then you specify the language. So after that we're going to activate the HTML tags by pressing shift and 1 at the same time, and then after that we will have this, and then we will change this to tables in HTML like that. And then inside the body here we're going to enter a tag, table tag, like that, and then we open it like that. So in tables everything is inside a row. Everything, like literally everything, is inside a row. So when you do table row like that, then you open it like that. So we will have table headers for your headers. Let's say for instance we want to do a simple table of our students and the courses they do and the marks that they have gotten. So it's simple. So first header will be the name, and then the second header will be the course that the student is doing, and then the third header is going to be the marks, or other people call it scores. Okay, so after that we are going to do another row. So in this row we are going to do table data. So table data td, we open that, and then we enter details for the first student first, and then we move on to the next student. So the first student is let's call the first student Mark, and then the next student we call the next data we enter is the course that Mark is doing. So let's give Mark digital marketing as a course, and then after that we want to enter the marks that Marks has gotten. For maybe let's say we ran a test, so we finished with Mark. We're going to enter the next student, so we enter table row and then we open. So inside the table row we enter the table data tags. So let's call the next one Claire, like that, and then Claire is doing computer maintenance, and then Claire container computer maintenance. Claire has gotten she has gotten 80, like that, and then let's enter. Okay, I think that's enough. So we're going to open this and see how our table looks. So you just come here, or you can just come and inside the file, and then you right click, then you will have here open in other browsers, open the default browser, open in PHP, whatever. So you can just open it. So this is how our table is looking. So for now it's looking really awkward. It's looking really awkward, but it's going to look nice when you start now working on with HTML. But as now, this is what it looks like. So let's say for instance we also want to do we want to add media. Like, let me show you what I did before we can I can show you how to do this. Let's say for instance you want to add this medium. You want to add this particular, you want to make it look like this one here. You want to add it, and to add your media in here so that your website can have media, can have images. Media is images, still images. You can also add a still video like this one. When you click on it, so that is a video. And then also you can add a YouTube video like this one. So this lady is talking, so you see that the lady is talking. So this is a YouTube video, and then this one here is just a video that we downloaded, and then this one here is these are images. So first, before you do anything, you need to go back to you need to download whatever the media that you want to add to this particular page of your website, and then you move to the you need to move to the desktop, and then you look for the folder that you're doing all this stuff, and then you are supposed to create a subfolder where you are going to add all this information, the media, that is, if you have an audio that you want to add, if you have images that you want to add, if you have a small video, all of that you need to put them in this subfolder. This is the main folder that we use for the VS Code stuff. And then you create a subfolder, you call it anything. Here I named it shoe, but you can rename it to some other thing, but I'm going to call it shoe. I'm assuming you're running a shop where you're selling shoes, so your images are going to be images of shoes and all of that stuff. So it was just, you can name it anything. You can name it maybe products, you can name it images, you can name it videos, you can name it anything you want. So so this is a way of organizing your information so that it's easy to look at, easy to know where to find information if you want to find an image or maybe a particular thing. So here we have 3 images, and we also have a small video. So we are going to attach this to that particular web page, but the first step is you need to make sure that all of these are in the main folder and they are in their own subfolder. So apart from that, we are going to go back to the VS Code, and then inside the VS Code, now we are going to start by let us just create another, let us create a new file so that we can work on this. So I'm going to call this media1.html because we already had a media file. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to activate you're going now to activate the tags. You're going to activate the HTML tags by pressing shift on your keyboard and 1 at the same time, and then we're going to change this to just media in HTML. Okay, yeah, like that. So inside the body, this is where the magic happens. So we're going to add there the images. So the tag for an image is img, like that. So in here, inside the src, this is where we are going to add the name of the image, but before that we are going to reference the subfolder with the images. So the name of the subfolder was shoe, so we are going to click on the subfolder, and then we pick image 1. So after we pick image 1, we're going to go next, and then we do the same for image 2, and then like that, and then we still do the same for image 3. So it's pretty simple, like that. So that is with the images. So when you open in browser to see what it looks like, it's not going to be really something fancy, something you can, you see, it's giving you something really big. So we are now going to work on resizing. to resize them so that they can look what we want, like to what we want, so they are really big. So we're going to add at the end of the exclamation mark for alt, we're going to create some space in there, and then you can also do the same for all of these other ones. So what you're doing here can also be done here. So we're going to click Control Shift, and then we move with the okay, just a minute. Okay, let's just do it. So we're going to do here width. We're going to give them a width of 600 pixels. At the end of the exclamation, at the end of the closing tag, the closing quotation mark, we're going to create space and then write height. Then we're going to give this a height of 300 pixels. So we're just going to copy this, and then we are going to paste in here as well as in here. So when you go back to the browser to see here, we just refresh, you see they'll resize themselves, but they are still not arranged the way we want. So we're going to add another tag here called breaking space, BR. So when you just add BR tag, it ensures that whatever is appearing at, let me just go and explain to you before. So when you add a BR at the end of this place, so this one is going to start at its own space, then this one also is going to start as own space. So we just refresh, you see that. So this is what you have. If you want to add more space, you just add another space like BR tag, and then you're going to have more of those. So the next thing we need is we want to add a video. So the tag for video is just video, like that, and then we're going to reference it the way we were doing, and then we get the video. It's pretty easy. And then at the end of this part here, at the end of this, we are going to add the stylings. So when we come to our page and then we refresh, our video is there, but it is not a video. It is opening as when you look at it, it's not opening as a video, it's opening as it doesn't have any controls. When you click on it, like, it doesn't play as a video. So we want to change this into a video. So we're going to go back to the VS Code, and then we just come here at the end of this, before the greater than sign, we add space, and then we add the words controls. So when we come back and then we just refresh like that, so now our video becomes a real video. So I'm just going to do this, and then we can open it. So our video is playing. So the next thing we're going to do is we need now to do a YouTube video. So we're going to do a YouTube video. So the tag for YouTube video is iframe, and then we're going to go to YouTube. Okay, we're going to go to YouTube and get, okay, we had already did this, so we don't need to go to YouTube, we just need to copy the URL here. So I'm just going to open this video, and then we're going to copy the video URL like that. So we just need the exact same video. So we go to the VS Code, and then we paste it in there, but it doesn't look like what we want. Okay, let's just go to YouTube. Okay, we've copied that, so let's go to YouTube, and then I'm going to show you the exact way to get the URL. So let's copy that, paste that, so that it can fetch up the video for us. So it has already fetched up the video for us. So we come here, and then we copy this like this. We want the exact, I'm going to show you why I'm doing this, all this step. So okay, now we go and replace this like that. So we need our URL to be full, have https, have www youtube.com, and then /watch is equal sign v is equal like that. So we are going to do an editing for this link of ours. So you see this word watch, and then question mark. Let me just zoom it for you. So there is this word watch, question mark, and then there is V, and then there is the equal sign. So we need to edit and remove all of this, the word watch, question mark V, and then there's equal sign. So we just edit that, and then we replace that with the word embed, and then we add a forward slash like that. So once you do that, remember we still need to add the dimensions like the way we did with the images and the video. So we're just going to come at the end of this point here, and then we add the dimensions like that. So after that, we've added our dimensions. We're just going to go to the browser and we refresh to see if it's gonna give us our YouTube video. So you see our YouTube video is here. If you want to play it, you can just click on it and then it's going to play. So I've muted the sounds, but it's really playing for you. So if you want, so that's our video. So friends, it's actually very easy to add this media on your page. This is just a HTML page. We've not really reached CSS part, so this is pretty simple. So this is what you do. So this is what you do, and then this is the table part, and then the media. So it's pretty simple, pretty very simple. So see you in our next